The main thing with short video is taking action to do it, and then learning from, whether it does well or not, and then focus on the advanced stuff. Okay. So just the first thing is just do it. The second thing is now we're going to refine it.
Hey folks, welcome back to the High Voltage Business Builders podcast. I have with here a very good acquaintance, and I'm very quickly going to make friends with because I can see we're going to hit it off very fast. Thanks for coming to the call.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
All right, Liana. So we're going to be talking about what? What would you like to jam on today in terms of things you want to share to the audience?
Well, I thought we could cover something that is hot right now, but is also something that your audience can take action on, like literally right now, even while you're listening.
Okay, let's do it. I love this.
Yeah, let's jump into it. So this is actually something that, I don't know if you know this, but I was reading a report last year. This is something that has actually knocked Google off of its #1 spot last year. So I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, or you can guess.
I'm leaning on it. You go ahead, though.
It is short video. It's short form video. And what I was talking about is Cloudflare actually did a report last year. I was really surprised when I saw this. It said that TikTok had actually knocked Google off as one of the most top visited domains in 2021 for I don't know, how long has Google been on that list? Like for years, right?
Decades. Yeah.
Nuts, right? And so hopefully that makes you at least go, oh, this is something I maybe should take a look at.
Yeah, no doubt. And it's one of the things we've been talking a little bit more about inside of our Business Builders Mastermind is, what to do with that in regards to e-commerce and how to kind of take advantage of the algorithmic things that are occurring across, the TikTok side, of course, is suddenly big. And I don't know if that's positive or negative. We'll cover the pros and cons on that. We'll see, because there's some cultural things I don't like that's happening with
Absolutely. Let's dive into that too. Yeah.
But there's some good things that are happening there too. We'll try to counter both. But of course, the IG Reels and Facebook Reels thing is starting to be big to compete with them. And of course, YouTube Shorts is now online to kind of compete with that too. So let's just go through the gamut here and tell me, like, top down, what are you seeing and where should people really be spending their time and money right now?
Absolutely. Yeah. So first of all, I mean, one thing that I hope everybody is starting to see is that this form of short form video, it's actually one of the easiest ways to get more visibility right now. Blogs, like all this other stuff that you're doing, that's all great. Everybody should keep doing that. But you pretty much can hear a story of somebody going viral or mini viral, so to speak, almost every week, I find, in one of those platforms. And one thing I always share with people when I dive into this is, yes, you can get visibility and viral, but I also want to balance that with, you do have to be careful, because I tell you, if you haven't done this, and maybe you've experienced this as well, when you start to post, all of a sudden you become obsessed with how many views you're going to get and how many followers you get, because it feels easier, right? Am I right?
It turns into a bit of addiction, right? Yeah. I've noticed that's a terrible mind thing to mess with your brain, because certain videos get more traffic than others, and you're like, why? Like, why is that? What is happening here? And then the trolls in the comments show up as though you needed more slapping upside the head.
So the thing about that I would love your listeners out there, hello, for you to just pay attention to when you go into it, is you want to make sure that you are intentional about your video. So think, but don't overthink, because what tends to happen, and I've interviewed a whole bunch of influencers who have gotten hundreds of thousands of views on videos. All their stories are almost the same. Oh, I put a video up, I didn't even think too much about it, and boom, overnight it got like 100,000 views. The problem with that is they put a video up of like their cat playing with a ball of yarn or something like that, and it went viral. Right?
Yep.
Nothing to do with the candles they're selling or the supplements or like anything else, right? So now you've got all these people following you who are interested in cats, right? Or this whole wrong demographic, and then it totally messes up your whole account, because they're going to hate the next videos you do. They're all going to leave. You're going to have so what I do ask people is, like, just think a little bit and be very intentional in terms of the videos that you are creating. But don't overthink it, because overthinking it will also kill you too. But that's just one thing I just love everybody to pay attention to, because trust me, you will get obsessed with the numbers, and you will do almost anything to get more views.
Oh my gosh. It's like, it is an addiction to some levels. I've heard this stated before, and I appreciate what you're saying. That's definitely a con aspect. I think another con, and we'll clarify this, what's the total seconds, like, where should people focus their time in terms of the time of the video? Not just, so we talked a little about content. Stay focused in your niche of your product and content, and don't go just posting cat viral videos because you want to go viral on your account. What should they stay focused on in terms of a little bit of content and time wise in those video creations? Where do you see them being?
So what you want to keep in mind is what is important to all these platforms. And by the way, short video also works on Pinterest too. So Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all these platforms, what they really care about is whether people are watching your entire video and whether they watch it more than once. So what I recommend is you start off and you will want to make longer videos, but I recommend that you try and stay with the 8 or even 7 to 15-second range. And the reason for that is go ahead and post a bunch of videos. Go ahead and post a bunch that are like 30 seconds, 1 minute, however length you want. Then go take a look at the stats. I'll bet you that for the majority of us, because we're just not talented enough to do that, people drop off at like the 7, 8, or 10-second mark, somewhere along there.
They do. There's a report about that recently that talked about the average span of a monkey's attention was 8 seconds, and now they're averaging like 7 for social media. And it was this report. Yeah, I'm like, oh boy, there's a cultural challenge.
Exactly, right. So why bother doing a longer video when nobody's watching it anyway? And so if you make it shorter, you have just have a much better chance of people watching the whole thing and watching it over and over again. But like with everything,
so much to say. We have so much to say. So how do I say something in 7 seconds? Like, what do I say?
And that's the second part of this, right? But so
okay.
And with the content, you do want to, like all marketers, we want to kind of quote unquote trick people. Like there's all these little tricks to kind of get people to keep watching, and you just have to watch that line there, because if it's too obvious, you're tricking people. Like you're putting like a ton of stuff, you're cramming so much into there that literally nobody can take it in. Like it isn't going to work. But so there's a little bit of an art to that. But really, there's two things you want to do. First thing that I notice is people do want to cram too much into it. Break it, like simplify it so much more. Like, so for example, I did like a whole series on Facebook ads, and I was doing the same thing. I was like, oh my gosh, I got to tell people so much stuff. You know what? No. One video of like, oh, here's just like the options you have. Boom. That was one video, right? That's it. Here's why you would use a video views objective. Boom. That's a second video. So break it down so into really, really, really tiny little steps. And then second thing is a little bit of a trick. So if you want to demonstrate something, or even if you're demoing your product that you're selling, use the text function. All these platforms have something where you can actually put text on top of the video. Use that to add more context to what you're doing. So like, I know we're talking a lot about e-com companies. So if you're selling slime, which is I watch all these slime videos because I'm addicted to ASMR, but you can put your slime up there. And then you can I don't know if I could.
I started on, sorry, not to cut you off, but you just went on a rabbit hole here for me. I saw some of those, like where the people are talking and I've got my headphones on, whatever, I'm listening, and I'm like, it immediately makes me cringe.
Oh,
like
no.
it makes me feel like the fingernails on a chalkboard whenever I see that squiggling, playing with the mic thing. I'm like, oh, like creeps me out.
I love those. And you can also do like setting up your office or something. You just hear click, 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 and like typing. Oh my gosh, I'll just watch those forever.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. No, we're funny. That's funny. Keep going. Sorry. It's a tangent. It drives me nuts. Maybe some people on here like it or whatever, but I'm like, oh, that's so creepy. I can't hear that. It's like driving me nuts.
That is so funny. You're the first person I met who said like they didn't like it. That's so interesting.
It literally to me feels like the systemic response of fingernails on a chalkboard. That like just sound, and it's like doesn't matter what it is. As soon as I hear that crackling or fingering or they're talking into the mic or whatever, I'm like, like I freak out. So I must be the weird one, but okay.
But you could do that, right? Like maybe you want to annoy Neil and put up one of like you typing on a keyboard or something like that.
Not send me your ASMR videos.
Right, now you're going to get a whole bunch of them, right?
Do not do that. I will not listen to them.
But just put extra text on there. You can put like, this is sourced from like, the mountains in Switzerland, like literally whatever you want to put. So you don't have to just say everything on the video. Add text on there just to add context to it.
So I don't even have to get my face on the video is what you're saying.
Oh my gosh, no, you do not. First of all, you do not have to do, it's not wrong to do it, but you don't have to do lip syncing. You don't have to do dancing, and you do not have to show your face. In fact, some videos, I just B-roll.
Because I don't want to.
Yeah. I've even gotten like stock footage where I just put that on there and I put text on top of it. That's actually when I teach people to do short video, and everybody can do this right now, by the way. So if you want to get started, literally just do video. Either you could do video, like we could actually take the video of us right now on the screen.
We're doing it. And I'm going to, guess what I'm going to do, Lisa? I'm going to hold my phone sideways.
Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. Well,
No, wait, I'm kidding. Wait, actually, because this is 9:16 format, I should use 9:16,
it
right?
needs to be vertical. Yeah, it
So
needs to
now
be
I actually
vertical.
have to do it. See, now that's the total antithesis of this whole argument between how do you hold your phone with video, which my wife's gonna laugh when she sees this because
But that you brought actually an important point. You really want to blend into the platform, so you want to make sure that it's tall. I mean, in fact, Instagram has come out and says that it will even push stuff down on the feed if it is too much horizontal stuff. They want it to be like the tall, so hold it up there. But you could just take a video. There's people where they just took a video, they're typing, or like I've done stuff where I'm just sitting here and I like turn my head a little bit or something. It's like 7-15 seconds. That's it. That's all you have to do for your background video. There you go. Then upload it to TikTok or Instagram and just put text overlay on it. And the text can be like a mini blog. It could be a list of stuff. I did a list of like software tools for online businesses or something like that. Like, and then you put music behind it and that's it. It's like 7 to 15
I'm
seconds.
literally doing this while you're talking. Keep
There
going.
you
I'm
go.
listening.
See, this is
And
exactly
see,
what you can be
those
doing.
are you. I'm going to show people because you can go to my TikTok, FBA Business Builders on TikTok, and you can check this out live while we're doing it literally right now. And you guys can
Exactly.
see how
Yeah.
this is
So
going to
you
get
could
done.
do, I mean, I personally, because of my audience, I do a lot of value stuff, but you could do inspirational quotes. You could do, there's so many examples. I saw somebody where he had a challenge and he literally just put every single day up there. You can be fancy and have the text pop up in different places, but that's all you have to do. I've done it also where I got stock video and put that behind there. The only thing that hasn't worked, which I've tested, is using photos in like a slideshow format. I do find that it has to be some type of video. So that's all you have to do. And it's not even just for beginners. Like a lot of other influencers, they do these too. And like if I'm tired, I'll just like do that. And and it's people care about what you're sharing in there, but it's short enough, right? So that it's going to capture their attention. And also if you put enough text on there, like put text on there so they probably have to watch it twice or they have to pause it and screenshot it. And there you go. Just do that.
So if I were to do this for a product, like right now, and I was taking my shot and holding my phone vertical to go get my product, you're literally going to get 4K video on your iPhone for a product you can use as your background with your text overlay. That's about as complicated as you're telling me we need to make
And
it.
I mean, you know what I would do? Actually, I would do, you could just take your product, depending what your product is. I don't know if there's like any movement, around there. You could actually do somebody packing the product. And again, not showing your face, showing hands. You could do that. You could literally just be like walking around your warehouse, walking around your office. You know, so
So we tend to overcomplicate things, basically.
yeah, definitely. And if you're like a local business, you just walk
Uh-huh.
down the street of your community, like boom, there you go. There's your video.
So you can get all kinds of what you said, B-roll footage, right?
Exactly.
And add your B-roll footage right into there.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm doing it right
All
now.
right.
What
He's
else
doing it. He's
should
doing
we be
it.
focused on? I'm doing it live. What what else should we be focused on in terms of okay, I got video, I got format ideas now. We got a time frame of 7 to 15 seconds. What other ways, if I get that to my account, what should I be doing in order to get that video some traffic,
Right.
some visibility?
Yeah.
Just because I uploaded it to my account and I have like 2 followers, right? Or none. What do I do next?
So here's actually where the magic happens. I want to give you these 2 tips there, and then we can talk also about a little bit more things you can do for each individual platform. But where I've really found things to work, and by the way, this means you do not have to get 1 million followers. What I have found works best is 2 things: consistency and repurposing. So whatever you have to do, if it's a challenge, like literally do whatever you have to do so that you're posting every single day. My record is 127 days in a row. And I really found that magic started to really happen. Some magic happened after 30 days, after 60 days. And even you were telling me, oh, like you're starting to show up more on my feeds. I get that comment a lot now because I'm posting every single day. So consistency helps. The second thing is repurposing. So what I mean by that is taking that same video and posting it to other platforms. That way also you don't have to worry like, oh my gosh, I only got 100 views today on TikTok. It doesn't matter because I also, it takes me like 5 minutes. I reposted to Instagram Reels. I reposted to Facebook Reels. I'm going to start doing YouTube Shorts now. I'm going to do Pinterest. And I found that collectively, that is what is getting me visibility, which means that I'm top of mind with people. And then, by the way, as a little bonus tip here, you should be following and seeing how that is affecting the search volume of your brand on Google. Because a lot of times what happens is if a short video goes popular, what tends to happen is the searches go up on Google, and that's actually how they're finding your product.
I'm going as fast as I
Yeah.
can to keep up with you because you're nailing this to the wall. This is going up to the, okay. So I'm going to take my TikTok video that I just created for us, and then I'm going to push it out to my Instagram reels, my Facebook reels, I don't have a Pinterest right now, but I'll probably get it on YouTube Shorts too.
Yeah.
And I'll take that one video, and by myself, I will literally, so there's no excuse, people, for you not being able to do this, quite honestly. Like, when I get out, what about hashtags? Like, should have been, like, does that add into anything?
It can. I mean, see, once you get past that sort of framework, by the way, because I know there'll be some people listening going, but wait, there's watermarks, there's all these other things. So I just want to say, yes, there is a whole bunch of techie stuff involved here. But the main thing with short video is taking action to do it, and then learning from, whether it does well or not, and then focus on the advanced stuff. Okay. So just the first thing is just do it. The second thing is now we're going to refine it. So the first thing we want to do is hashtags. And it depends on your platform. There's hashtag strategies for YouTube. There's hashtag strategies for Instagram and for TikTok. So I recommend you do use hashtags because those three platforms do use them. I find that Facebook doesn't really matter about hashtags as much, but Instagram, by the way, follow the Instagram creators account. That is an official account by Instagram, and they often put out real helpful tips that tells you about what they're doing with the algorithm there. And they have specifically come out and said use 3 to 5 hashtags on Instagram.
3 to 5 hashtags.
Not the 30.
Okay,
so you're going to do that.
Got it. I added in probably more than 3 to 5 just now.
Well,
but I was adding some in there.
Yep.
And so just everybody knows, I put it on my TikTok. You can see it, and I'm going to get this up on the camera. This is me like clicking the Instagram button now.
There you go.
So literally after that, I'm now going to post
wait, before you post there. What you would do, by the way, so this, I know we were talking about hashtags, but when you post to the other accounts, you do want to use at least 1 or 2 features inside of there just to give it a little signal that, like, hey, like, I'm cool. Like I'm using the features that you've put out. So I do like to add, because there's no sound, right? Like it's just going to be music because you didn't record because you just put text on it.
Well, it's got you talking in the background, but I did put a little bit of music in the background.
I would choose music from Instagram on there. So.
Okay. So I need to take that original video as opposed to doing what I was about to do and then upload it into Instagram and other places.
Yeah.
Got it. And using their features, their sounds, and their stuff inside.
I just found really that, music does tend to give it a bit of a boost on Instagram. I mean, I do a lot of TikToks without adding music to it, and I do fine. The only reason is because I repurpose, by the way. So, and if you're doing the video with the text on top of it, I literally have no sound. Like I don't use the original sound. I just put a sound in from music from the actual platform. So yeah, and then on TikTok, you basically want to put, like 3 to 5 hashtags. There's only a certain amount of space you can put on there anyway. And so, you want to use it there. And then obviously, you use your hashtags on YouTube. What I would do on YouTube is I would optimize the video the same way you would optimize regular videos on YouTube. Because it's the same, right? Like it's literally a video, right? So yeah, but you do want to try. So when you're refining this, you want to try and make sure you don't have watermarks from another platform. Because again, you got to think, wow, like Instagram's not going to be too happy if they get videos that they say they were, downloaded from TikTok. And by the way, on that creator's account, another tip they gave is they did say they don't like watermarks. So that's sort of like why we're all obsessed with how you take watermarks off of, TikTok videos. But another way you can do this, by the way, is another workflow is create the video on your phone originally, and then just take that video and upload it, So
that's what I probably should have done because I actually did it inside of TikTok. So I'm already messing this up.
But the thing is, you're not.
I should have recorded
just do it because you know what?
So I'm just doing it totally imperfectly, as I say. So we're going to get to the perfected process later on. But I shot the video inside of TikTok and uploaded it. But to your point, folks, if you're listening to this, shoot the video first and then upload it to all the different platforms and add in the sounds and graphics and hashtags.
I love using TikTok to shoot video because it's so easy to edit, and you absolutely can do that. And there are ways to download it without the watermark. There's these freebie sites you can do it, but sometimes the sound is off by a little bit. If you've got your iPhone, you can download. One of the tricks is you download the video, then you download the live photo, then you upload it into a video editing software and just put the live photo on top of the video. And then it's got like this teeny weeny little logo on the bottom right-hand corner, which I just cover with a sticker on Instagram, and it's fine.
That is an amazing amount of actual actionable items that if you were listening to this right now, you could do along with me, even imperfectly. You're going to do something perfect now, but better because you're not going to do what I just did, but you're at least going to get on your way. Liana, this has been amazing. This is fun. I've learned a ton. I hope people who are listening to this will take some action. So how do they get connected with you? Should they find you on TikTok?
Yes, you can find me on TikTok. And by the way, I do have a video on there showing you how to do that download. So go find me on TikTok. I'm Lead Gen Queen on TikTok. And yeah, I've got like a ton of videos over there. Definitely comment, message. Like I would love to hear from you guys. Ask questions. Hey, you know what? The more questions you ask, I'll probably create a video for you because it just gives me more ideas for content. So
yeah, see now you should be recording a video of me right now. An actual video of this and putting it on your side of the house. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that later. Hey, thank you so much for coming on and sharing some great information and some good energy today and things that I hope people
it's my pleasure.
Thanks again.